What is your opinion of somebody who comes to confession and they share things that are like objectively shameful and things that they're deeply ashamed of? What do you think of that person when they do that?
I'm so proud of them. Like that's it. I just get to be in this place of like, oh my gosh. And especially when people bring something like that, you realize this was really hard for them to say. Some ways, the more difficult it was for them to say, the more proud I am. It's just like...
And would you say that's true of other priests as well?
I hope so. I don't know of any...
I think if I were a priest, I'd be so annoyed at people coming to confession and like dancing around things. Like, shut up, that's not why we're here. Go to war on your ego. That's why we're here.
No, the funny one is when people come to confession, this is kind of a little tip. People come to confession and say, Father, lust. Okay, you realize that encompasses a lot of stuff. We need to be more specific. It's like saying anger. Like, what do you mean anger? Well, I killed 5 people. Okay, anger can be anything from like I swore at somebody on the street to I killed 10 people, right? So lust can be anything from like, I gave in some lustful thoughts as or, the other extreme. And like, we have to name, that's the only frustration sometimes. It's like, okay, it is not even a frustration. It's more like this, more like, okay, I hear you mentioned lust. Do you want to name the actual sin?
I remember when I became a Christian at 17 and was still struggling with sexual sins in a serious way, I would say I was disrespectful to my body. What the hell does that mean? You ate too many donuts? What did you do?
Right. You're like, you stupid hand, you're dumb.
Yeah, that's right. I'm disrespecting you. I want to encourage our brothers and sisters here, if you are in a state of serious sin, don't walk. Run to confession. And don't feel awkward about grabbing a priest and saying, I'm sorry, it's not an option for you to leave. You're my father. Be a father to me. Hear my confession now.
That's the thing is I always say there's 2 questions every priest loves to hear. The first question is, Father, how do I become Catholic? The second question is, Father, will you hear my confession? And I remember there's a couple times, I distinctly remember one time in college, I grabbed a priest by the shoulders and said, listen to me. No, he's before Mass. I was like, Father, can I go to confession quick? And he said, no, you can't. And he wasn't being a jerk. He was just like, Mass starts in 3 minutes and I have to get, but I know what that feels like. I also know what it's like to be in the line as the people ahead of you are taking 5 ever. And you're like, what in the world is we're counting down the time before Mass? And you're like, just come on. And then you're the next one. And he's like, I'm sorry, I got to go to Mass. And feeling because of that, like, that's a sign. God's done. Like his mercy's over. That's not what that means. I know it's happened to a lot of us here. That's not what that means. It just means the time was up. And it gives us an opportunity. It gave me an opportunity to be like, okay, I'm going to Mass now. I'm not going to be able to receive. But I get to feel the pain of losing Jesus. I get to feel the pain. What if I was stuck here forever? I'm not stuck here forever. But I get to actually enter into this. What if I was stuck here forever? I don't want to be here forever. But so, grab the priests. Again, they're here because
I'm so grateful to you and to priests. Thank you, priests. Let's give the priests a round of applause. Yeah. Because it's not easy to be a married man or a married woman in this society, and for goodness sake, it's not easy to be a good priest. And there are so many terrific priests, and we owe them a beer, if they want one, or just gratitude
February
at the
1st.
very least.
February 1st.
Yeah, February 1st, yeah.
But that sense of like, my friend Nick, he always says, if you fall into the confessional. If you fall, just fall into the confessional. And not
Lord, literally, but yes.
Yes. But no, my response is God is proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Before you go, do us a favor, leave a comment, let us know what you thought of the video, like, and subscribe.